What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Soul of a Mind coming at you one more time. So we are here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday night, man. We're here trying to get this thing together. All right, let me just do this. Bear with me one moment, folks. Mhm. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. So, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on once again? I'm Mr. Soul of a Man coming at you live. Make sure I have my water. But yeah, it's Friday, man. We're back. Hope everybody out there is doing good and great and amazing and all of that cool stuff. Um, Made it to Friday, man. Whew, what a work week it was, man. Be battling it out in that thing, boy. Like real. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing amazing out there. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about we're talking about quantum leap, quantum leaping. Or I've heard people talk about this before. So we're going to tackle that subject and all that good stuff. And don't forget, I am an author, as always, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting back into my writing very, very soon. But you can find all of my books on Amazon under the Mind Opera as I go to www.soulofaman504.com. You can check out all my books and all of that good stuff. But yeah, so tonight we are talking about the quantum leap. Basically, like for me, that's meaning like it's taking like a giant leap of faith. Like when Neil Armstrong was like, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So that's what we're doing moving forward. We're taking a giant leap as far as your faith, your manifesting, your prayer life. It's like just going big. We're not looking over like the smaller things. Like just I don't think there's anything like too small for life goals. Everything is just quantifiably big out here, like really and truly. Everything is just really super, super, super big nowadays. So I don't know if there's like um no small me or you or anything like that. But just talking about taking a quantum leap, just diving in. I know when people talk about quantum leap now in the new age, that's about like shifting, moving, like fast forwarding everything. Everything feels like life feels like it's moving fast enough for me as it is. Really, really and truly, life definitely feels like it's moving like super, super, super fast out here. So I know sometimes we feel like we want to uh, just get straight to it, but there's just things that we have to learn along the way, and that's just what that is, man. So let's see. But yeah, that's just what that is, man. Hold on. But yeah, it's but to me, that like taking a quantum leap is just honestly for me taking a leap of faith and standing by it, man. I know um trying to get this thing straight. Well, okay, there we go. Trying to get this thing straight over here on the tick of so yeah, but it's stranger than fiction sometimes, when we take that when we want to really and truly just take that leap of faith and just go for it. And this isn't like just putting your best foot forward, man. Just making it happen, and it's not and this isn't a season of like putting um anybody else out there. This is about you. And this is about this is about you, this is about your time, this is about like divine timing and like divine intervention and all of that good stuff. And you saying yes, that you want something greater and more amazing out there, for yourself. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so this is about you putting something that you truly want out there, for yourself. And you just going for you just jumping. You just jumping, you know. I think I think I heard Steve Harvey just talking about leaping, just doing it, no matter uh just having that mentality of just being focused and keyed in, like just like now, having that feeling and that vibe of like it's now or never, like for yourself to just really be totally submerged in the water, like really to be totally submerged in the water. It's like when you get home from a long day or whatever, and you just a hot bath or a hot shower. It's just like you just being relaxed, and just going, and just being in that moment. It's just like, yeah, you can remove your own curses. Honestly, it's called prayer for real. If your spiritual protection is on point, it doesn't matter what people try to do to you. It's not it is. Mm. Oh, so back to what I was saying. Yep. So back to the lesson at hand. Yeah. So we're talking about the quantum leap and how it really does feel like how a lot of things out here are just like really moving super fast. Like I looked at the date and I was like, wait, it's really I looked at the date and I was like, man, it's really like the 26th of what's this September. I was like, man, where did the time go? And it's like time is moving at a super fast quantifiable rate, and sometimes when you look up, it's like, where did the time go? From I don't know, graduating high school, college, and you're like 5, 10 years out, and it's like, man, where in the world, like where did that, like where did that time go? Like, seriously. So, moving forward, we are being wiser with our time, and we're going truly going for what we want out there, and not being too indicative or reflective of what society is going through right now, because this world has been going through it. and that's just going to continue to happen. So, are you going to say, well, it's the end of the world now, so I might as well just, I don't know, give up and just throw in a towel, whatever that looks like for you. But me, uh, been promised so many great things. You know, I have honestly, I have really and truly, I have been promised way too many great things, and I hope that you have that spirit of like really and truly forgiving yourself and not wanting to like give up because things are, as you're manifesting things, or as you're manifesting, as you're praying, as you're calling things into to your existence over your life. You're speaking greatness over your life each and every day. It's just, there's just too much that is unfolding. You know, is really and truly. Yeah. So yeah. So there's really and truly, there's just too much. There's just too much out there that's unfolding. There's that song that says, oh, who sings that? Tasha Cobbs, I think. She says, there's a miracle in this room, and I'm like, I can really feel angels right now. I really feel like, I really feel angels, seriously. And it's time for you to, it's time for you to be uprooted because you had been through too much of a storm for you. You've been through too much of a storm for you to have this grace over your life and around your life, and how you are going to be surrounded by so many um amazing things, moving forward. And you saying yes now, um it's almost like saying, you're too blessed to be stressed, even though that you've been through it. Some of us are still kind of going through it, but we're really coming out of it, so we see like the tail end of it, like that storm that hit Florida yesterday. I mean, I don't know what the reports were saying, but it's from what the news, I don't know, the news, they always over exaggerate everything, so that it's almost like that storm is supposed to like rip Florida from the from the US and let it go into some type of alternate dimension. I don't know, but it's just that we know who has the final say so in everything. Life and death is in the what? The power of tongue. So the power, really and truly, it's in, it's in your court. I'm not saying things just pop up out of thin air. Do you have to do the work? Yes, of course you do. And that's just naturally how that goes, but we're going to continue to put in that work out here, in these streets, and that's just what it is for me. That's just what it is out there for the Soul Tribe, ladies and gentlemen, because that's how we roll, and that's, we know we want our, like the Rock would say, we know our role, and in this time, we're not really going out here and announcing a whole lot of stuff while we're working on it. It's just like when it comes out, we'll let people know, and when they see us popping up here and popping up there and doing all of this mass amazing media, uh and people are going to be like, hey, can you come on, this show or that show or whatever, and when we're on a Today Show and all of this stuff, um then they'll know, then they'll know you by they'll know you by the fruits of your work, by your labor, and, you know and all of that good stuff. And It's just the fact that I'm not just a man, but I'm the soul of I am the soul of a man. You know, and that is that is really and truly that is what it is. Yeah. But here as we are in Central Standard Time, we roll into the 9 o'clock hour. I really do hope I hope everyone out there has had a good week. Because this has been a very very interesting year. Like really, I cannot. I say it a lot, but I cannot. Like I was thinking about stuff that happened this year that I forgot about. So much has happened. It's been like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. So it's like every step and breath that you take now is a miracle. And you know that, and you know that you're going to continue to put yourself out there. Oh, shout out to my ice cream. Don't have nothing else. Oh, okay, that's good. I'll just, and it's just interesting, man. How this life has been more than just lifing. So I feel like this. I don't know what you've been through this year, but I'm like this. I'm old. I am old. That is just what that is. I'm old. I'm calling it all in, calling it all back. Tell you, I would tell you to do the same thing if we're talking about quantum leaping or quantum shifting or, however it is that you want to look at that. Let that keep going. But as our goals and our mindsets and all of that stuff is going to continue to grow and just going to continue to get bigger, um, as we continue to move and as we continue to move and as we continue to ease on down this road. And baby, we are going to ease on down this road with all of the might and ferocity that we are going to need and that we can conjure up. Seriously, this is definitely a time for you to. I made a post on another social media and it said that I heard somebody say this that fear cannot go with you where you're going. It cannot. So if you're a little afraid, a little intimidated, it's okay. But you're going to have to do it anyway. That's just that's just what that is. Putting yourself in amazing situations that are going to give you just the infinite amount of results and the infinite amount of like just the most sacred resources that you could possibly ever imagine for yourself. You know, you're gonna thank yourself now, and you're gonna thank yourself now, and you're also gonna thank yourself later for just taking those steps and doing whatever it is that you have to do. So yeah, and get the light. All the light is in the room, but even if I turned it on, it would just make everything hot. Mm. But congratulations to you on what is to come. Like for real, like really congratulate yourself. Putting yourself in that mindset of um, even if it rims out, I'm still taking that shot. Seriously, I'm really and truly taking that shot. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I can't tell you. I can't really somebody say, "Hey, man, where you've been? Well, it's been a while. Everything's good. Just working on some new stuff. Can't really get into it right now, but hey, everything. How are you? And not trying to, not trying to write them off or anything like that. But it's like you got bigger goals, and you have bigger goals. You got bigger aspirations man. You know, it's like you are quantifiably a showstopper. You know, uh like Shawn Michaels, the wrestler, would say, I am the icon, I am the main event, I am the showstopper, I am the whole damn show. And that's just what that is, man. What is going on, Miss Indigo Blue 70? I know you're about to go live. So, thank you for passing through on it for a second. But that is just what the reality is, man. This is the new show for you, and you are in the now, and you are in the now, you are in the front and center. This is happening. This is your when we talk about quantum leaping, quantum shifting. mm, we talk about those new realities without boundaries. We really. mm. So yeah, so we talk about the new realities without the boundaries, and this time, you're not getting teased by anything. You know, you're not getting teased. Like this is happening. This is going to happen. You know, like you tell yourself, hey, you know what? I studied, going to pass this test, no matter what. Get in here. I'm gonna knock it out of the park, and I'm moving on with my day. The hardest part, like when I did that flight attendant training, one of the hardest parts was after you took a test, you got finished, or if it was late, whatever, you had to sit and wait for the result. And like for me, I hate taking like written tests. I've always been not the worst test taker, but I just have bad test anxiety. I can admit that I do. And it's like I don't. But I will. One thing I will always do, I will try, no matter what. Good, bad, or indifferent. Even with that, it's my first time going through that process, and I made it all the way to the end. Very proud of myself. Made it all the way to the end. Came up a little short on the end, but had I made it through, I would have tried it, and we'll say. But anyway, sometimes it's just not meant to be. But there was a very you there were so many beautiful lessons that I learned that I'll be putting in the next book that comes out after I put this one out. And then after that one, I'll start working on the next book that I already have an idea for. So, yeah. But it's an amazing journey, man. Really, really, really is. I told somebody, speaking of like the quantum leaping thing, it's almost like it's interesting because for me, I feel like I've lived several different lifetimes in this one life, and that's like beyond, with the ancestral stuff, with the ancestral stuff that our ancestors, if you deal with your ancestors, how all that's encoded within your DNA. Hey, ma'am, how are you? Thank you so much for coming through on this Friday. I'm good. I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Happy it's Friday, and going to enjoy this weekend and all of that good stuff. But how have
It's
you
nine
been?
o'clock.
Yeah, thank you, computer. Thank you for telling me. um, but yeah, it's been a the work week. But anyway, I talked about that earlier. But yeah, so we're talking about tonight. We're just talking about quantum leaping and quantum shifting and time and how time is moving fast and um, the relevancy and all of that. I was just saying how I've lived this one life, but I feel like I've lived several different lifetimes within this one life. Like really, let me see something like quick, y'all. Let's see. Just give it a minute. Hey, could you, Miss Dancing Queen, could you tell me how many likes you see on the thing right there? Like, could you put it into the comments? Yeah, so, but it's true. I do, man. Like, cause when I was younger, I would have these this feeling like I would always have these deja vu feelings, like a little bit of my teens and going through like my 20s and stuff like that. Like I had been through a lot of that stuff before, and I was wondering, like, man, um I was just wondering, if this history repeating itself, or like, like what is this feeling, and I could never shake that feeling. It was different feelings through different, I think that was a lot of when the ancestral doors were really starting to open for me, and I could really start to, feel it. The fire within 717. What's going on? How are you? So yeah, so that's why I say I always feel like I lived several. I feel like I lived several different lifetimes, and I'm not talking about like reincarnation, all this stuff. Just feel like I lived several different lifetimes within this one life, and that's the what's going on, Miss Blair D. Simone. Thank you so much for coming on through. Uh, oh, hey, can you tell me how many likes they have up there on the screen? Like, could you put it in the comments? Yeah, now it's just that feeling of, I don't know, man. I was always it's interesting because I was always get those feelings, and I'm sure, how we go through this journey of life, and we always feel like we're the only ones that have been through something, or that think like this, or have a certain feelings about certain things, and we find out like now through like social media and all of that good stuff that they are you know okay, yeah, that'll work. I'll just let the thing keep going. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's just interesting, like how we sometimes feel that we're the only ones that are going through what we're going through. Of course, yeah, it's your life. It's the world that you live in. I always say, we live on the same planet, but we live in different worlds. Because different perspectives, how we were raised, culturally, culturally, and let's see. Yeah, but the amazing thing now with the like this quantum stuff, you can manifest different. You can streamline your manifesting. You can manifest multiple things at one time. You really can, and it's not just you that's doing it. It's you're getting help from angels and ancestors, and different types of whoever you work with and you believe in, your God, or whatever pantheon you follow out there. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. They say get hooked on phonics. Well, hooked on phonics, but for me, yeah, I remember that little commercial. But yeah, man, I'm happy it is Friday. Work week was getting through it, man. Oof. But yeah, this year is very much so coming to something. It's coming to an end. It really is. It's almost like the holidays and all of that good stuff like that, man. Not really too worried about the holidays this year. I'm just not. I'm just to me. I'm just want to be focused and do what do what I need to do. Like really and truly, just really continue to put myself out there, and that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, but I will enjoy some great food. Don't get me wrong. I will enjoy some great food. I will do that, you know. Mm. Not gonna, I'm not gonna take that away from myself. Like for real. Not gonna do that. Mhm. But yeah, so when you talk about like quantum leaping or quantum shift, there was a show called Quantum Leap, and it was like every it was like every he signed up for this science program, something like that, and every show every show he would like leap to a different reality, and um he would have to like play whatever that part was in history. And right, yeah, me too. And I think they bought that show back, but I think it only lasted like maybe a season, I believe. I haven't seen the newest version of the show, but the old one was really, really good, man, and really entertaining. But he would have to like every time he would jump to like a new reality, and he would like jump through time, and he would have to do something to let it play out, you know. And once it played itself out, he would vanish from that spot. He would go to something almost like what we do. We go from one point to another point, and we go from one position to another position in life. So it's right. And I think the main thing, I think the dude's name was like Scott Bakula or something like that on the show. But the main thing he wanted to do was, he was just trying to get home. That was it. He was just trying to, he was just trying to make it home. And that was, like every leap that he took, he was like, okay, well, this is it. I this is, I'm going from here. And he wakes up and he's in, I don't know, wherever he is, some weird town, and he's some other person, and he has to act like them and all of that stuff. And that's why I say, that's why, who in the world? Mm, yeah, no, we're not going. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so for me, and probably for you too, we just want to become the best versions of ourselves. Like we really and truly want to go and get there. We want to become. We want to become. We want to become the greatest version of ourselves. Really and truly. What the next level, and that comes with whatever. You know, that means not struggling financially. That means not being stressed out. That means, being like finished with school and all of that stuff, and just being able to have all of the resources that you need to move forward to live your best life. For seriously, that's where I'm going. Seriously, like that song, like living my best life, going back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, and that's I feel like that is very important. Like that's we with just quantum leaping and quantum shifting and all that stuff. Like people talk about, you know, um, and you do like in life, you do have to go through some stuff to get there. It's just a part of the journey. Like if we just snap our fingers and all become, I don't know, whatever amount of money you feel like you need to live comfortably or whatever, or have the house and the car and just the total happiness, whatever that looks like for you. We can just snap our fingers and have it. Being that reality, I mean, who wouldn't try to do that, man? Like for real. I mean, I think it's like I think when you get to the point where you feel like, okay, look, I played this game and I've been through enough, so should we just like get to the fun part of it, where you're not like where you just want to get up and just if the alarm clock was a person, you would really just punch it in the face like every morning because every morning feels like that movie Groundhog's Day. I think it was with Bill Murray where he would wake up every day would be like the last day. And he would just wake up and it would be like uh every day would be like the same day, and that's like what we kind of have to go through. What is going on, Tinkerbell? How are you? So it's like what we have to go through, it's like you're caught in this loop and you want to break that. Like you really want to just break it and shatter that reality and just walk into one where you're like imagine if you could have that conversation with your most successful self, the most successful version of yourself, and they could tell you exactly where it all changed. Maybe that point in your life has happened, and you're now on that upward like trajectory to where you're supposed to be. But like somebody would say, well, if you could talk to anybody in history, who would you talk to? I think I would probably talk to that version of myself. I would probably want that conversation, maybe other than God or something, somebody like in somebody great in history. But other than that, I would really want to talk to the greatest version of myself, that's living their best life, garage full of the most amazing cars and where they could just pick a spot in the world and just go to it with, jump on their private jet and just have the most amazing friends. And, it's just, life is just really like, just, just amazing, like really and truly, not saying my life is bad right now, but still, who wouldn't take that, and you don't have to sell your literally you don't have to sell your soul to do it, 'cause that's one thing I'm doing that. But seriously, I would really love to have that. Um, I would really love to have that conversation with that version of myself, just to say that, man, you know what? It's okay. I know you've made mistakes. I know that I know that you've gained some friends, you lost some friends, you've had jobs, you didn't have jobs, you had money, you didn't have money, but you know, just know that very soon in your life, like I don't want to spoil it for you, but just know that we end up, or we end up more than okay. Like we really and truly we end up like more than okay, and you're going to find your truest happiness, but enjoy it, man. Enjoy every day. Even I at this level where I am now, I look back and I'm like, man, I miss, certain things that I miss maybe from childhood or from whatever. But where I am now, I wouldn't trade it in for the world. And I'm glad that we had that mindset to just grind and do it and put ourselves first, God first, and pray and manifest. And you think your spiritual journey is uh you think your spiritual journey is wild now, man. Like remember, I can't really, I don't want to like, I don't want to mess your timeline up, but I just really want to, and I just really want to encourage you, that to just continue to, just to continue to grow and just to continue to just like make it happen. Have that fierce determination that only you have, and then and the to that you're going to, it's not really about anybody else at this point. It's just about you and your happiness. That's where that's where you should be. That's why I'm happy you took it one day at a time. One foot in front of the other. You learned, but when you talk about the quantum leaps. Ah, mm. Oh, I love that though. Let me see. Mm. Oh, I love that. Man, what's that? Oh, what's going on, Mr. Professor? How are you? But yeah, man, I remember one time, when like my spiritual gifts were really when my can y'all tell me where the oh, of course, we all deserve that happiness. I'm not one to be like, just this group of people. Oh no, 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 no. We all deserve that happiness. We're going to get ours. That's just what that is. I'm going to get mine for real. I refuse to just be in mediocrity and all that nonsense. What was I going with that? That was a story I wanted to tell. Oh yeah. So I remember like one time when my spiritual gifts were yeah, right on time. So yeah, my spiritual gifts were just starting to my spiritual gifts were just starting to manifest. I think it's like 2018. I was like, just kind of playing around with tarot cards and all that stuff, just getting the hang of it. And I think like so like your clairaudience, your hearing and your vision starts to come through. So I was just sitting in a room, just like laying down on the floor, and I don't know, my mind went somewhere. It was like I could see different versions of myself. Like, people talk about, how people talk about the multiverse, how there are all of these different realities, like in this reality, you could be, I don't know, a mom. The next reality, you could be like an Olympic swimmer, or that reality, you could be, I don't know, um, like a world class or whatever. You could be an inventor, whatever like that. So, I was able to see like these. It was interesting because it was like I was just able to see these different versions of myself, and it was like the most surreal thing, to see like these different, like, you're the it's like they look like you, but it's like they're just like something it's like they're just like these different versions of you. And I remember, I think one was like this astronomer, scientist, and the other one might have been like a professor or something like that, and it was interesting, man. It was just really, really, really interesting to be able to see that, and to know like that stuff. That's why I say, and that's why I say, like, on in this journey of life, this journey, like, we're really just not we're just when we think we know it all, and man, there's just so much more, like, definitively out there, and just to know that, and all, like, how everything is so different in those realities. And you just wonder, like, what made them become the versions of themselves, and to find that that happiness. I think that's what we all deserve. Like really and truly. Not to say that things won't pop up, whatever, whatever. That's cool, but as long as I'm living my best life, I'm good. Man, for real. But yeah, that was a very powerful and a powerful and unique experience that I would love to have that again. I would really, probably will too. Now that I'm saying it, I probably will. I probably will have that experience because again, tonight we're talking about like quantum leaping. We talked about the show Quantum Leap that came on. I think it might have been either in the '90s or like early millennium, probably in the '90s more than anything. I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen the show in years, but since I was talking about this topic, I just thought I'd throw that in there. So go check it out. It's an amazing show though. It really, really that show was really ahead of its time. It really ahead of its time. Oh, anyway, so yeah, where are we with the likes on the screen? Because I've been having this little thing going. But yeah, I'm just so glad it's the weekend, man. April 1. All right, not bad. See this guy. That's interesting. Mm. But yeah, I do get to that I'm getting that and enjoy the time that you have now because things very soon in very due time are going to be very vastly different for you. Very very vastly different. Not in a bad way, but it's like looking in the mirror and waving at the person that you used to be and telling them thank you for those memories, whatever that was. Because this new me now is taking control and I have to go move forward and I have to go in and make this, and I gotta go and make this happen. It's like I have it from here. You're going to continue to grow and you're going to continue to get better and bigger and more and more amazing and who you are and how you walk and your confidence. I said something earlier. I put this post on this other social media thing and it said that um where you're going, it's like where you're going next, fear can't go with yeah, that's awesome, man. So it says like where you're going next, fear can't go with you. That's just that's just what that is. So like you can really see things a whole lot clearer now. You really and truly you can see things a whole lot clearer. Like your vision, your clarity on a lot of things. It's like you don't really have to sit down and like when you're younger you probably have to sit down or whatever. Now it's like you can kind of like move through stuff so quick, be like, nah, that's not, like nah, you'll see something or go through the feeling. It's like, nah, that's not it for me. And that's the beautiful thing about becoming more whole and becoming more becoming more into, becoming more whole and becoming more who you are. Mhm. But yeah, there's work to do. So don't shy away from it. There's really work. There's work to do. There's like it's almost like it's interesting. It's almost like you're planning for this, I don't know, party or graduation, and it's almost like these invites are being sent out. So the new um, scenario situations, people that are coming in. This is a time for you of celebration. Yeah, but this is really and truly a time of celebration. Yeah, I'll take a question. But yeah, this is really and truly a time of celebration and to put the pedal to the metal. This, rubber meets the road. Because there's a high level of traveling that's going to be coming. It's like for you, the mask is being ripped off, and you can't help but show up. Um, you can't really help now but to show up with uh, you cannot help but show up with anything out a shadow of a doubt of that being you. Like, this is who I am. This is it. It's not. I'm not pretending. I'm not. It's just who I am. You take it or leave it. That's it. But yeah, if you have a question, yeah, you can put it in there. Yeah, but thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for tapping the screen and I don't know. For you, it's interesting. It's almost like you said. Oh, thanks for the gifts. It's almost like you said that one point. Like, you know what? It would be really cool if it's almost like you were waiting for a certain time for maybe certain people to get a certain age, but think that you have been shifted and activated to start to work on it like right now. Really and truly like to start to work on it um, to really and truly start to work on it right now because there's going to be people. Yeah, thanks for the gift. So there's going to be people that are going to be depending on you. There's just what it is. There are people that are out there that are yeah. So there are people that are going that there are people that are going to be depending on you. You have so you have this radiance. You really and true. You have this superb radiance. About you. It's like you have this magnetic charm. They your folks, your guys, they really want you to start to do that more. But it's almost like for you, it's going to be like 3 to 4 things that are really going to pop off for you probably within 2025, 2026, and beyond. But they're saying that you're really going to be the head of your class. Like if you were to go back to what are like those high school reunions, people will look at you and they'd be really envious. They'd be really, 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 really envious of the person that you are now and the person that you are going to become. Like really and truly. Your it's like your stock is rising and you um what you're gonna have in your what you're gonna have in your garage, like car wise, really gonna be nice. Really gonna be nice. I see two of them too. It's yeah, they're staying like a his and hers. So that's all I'm getting. So yeah, that's interesting. A lot of people don't go to their high school reunions anymore. Yeah, I don't know, but I've never been. I don't know. I don't even know if they the school that I used to go to high school to is like a middle school now. So I don't know. But anyway, okay, cool. I'm gonna hold you to that too. I don't know. One I see, I could. One is it's almost like it's like this BMW. Um, like it's like this either black or gray BMW. Um, and the other one could be like a Jaguar or something, or something the Jaguar or a Bentley or something, something like that. But it's like it's two vehicles, very high class vehicles that two very high class vehicles. Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Mm. Yeah, so just embrace the change. Really, really and truly, uh, embrace the change. Embrace the change moving forward. It's almost like I feel like somebody's getting a promotion and they're going to have their own team. Like they're really going to have their own team. There could be a curveball. There may be another company. There may be another company that comes in to ask you, you like, do you want to come work here? Because we'll match. We'll match anything that they're giving you with probably less the they're talking about their work culture is different because they're like less hours, more money, uh, better work life balance. Working from home certain days, travel, this and that. So you're gonna have to sit down and weigh that out when you're gonna have to sit down and weigh that out when that's presented to you. And I do these one-on-ones, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever wondered, I do. So just either hit me in the inbox or the back channel, or just email. And my link is in the link should be in the bio comments. I get to sleep in tomorrow. So looking forward to that. Yeah. Yeah. So remember, don't let yeah, so don't let small minded people come in and try to mess up your situation. Try to um you know try to almost like they're trying to try on your life. Be mindful. That's dangerous. Be mindful of people like that. Some people will try to come in and they will really and truly try to do that. Oh, that's why. That's okay. Yeah. So yeah. So just really be mindful of people with those intentions of like like, hey man, you think I could borrow, or you think I could have, like, hey girl, I steal you out on these clothes. You think I could borrow this? And, like, be mindful of people like that. If you didn't offer first, nah, I'm good. You can, it's not that you're not gonna be helping people, but you're gonna be helping and changing lives of people who truly deserve it. Like that domino effect, not just somebody who, not the lazy, and people that just see you and be like, "Oh, well, come on, you ain't gonna miss it. You got it like that." Yes, I have it like that. You don't. So so no, like hell no. Like people like here something else, man. Like for real, it is like, man, it is something. Okay, cool. That's probably going to get. But yeah, but really and truly be mindful of that. Yeah, you have some meetings coming up. I think we talked yesterday about that clientele. So yeah, so you got meetings coming up like very soon. Your calendar is about to be really booked. Not just booked. What is going on? What's that lovely March? And if this is your first time seeing me on here, I'm Soul of a Man. I'm an author, a speaker, and I do a whole bunch of spiritual stuff. And yeah, and I'm a traveler and all of that. What was it I said, who was that said message for me? Because the little comment thing is kind of like real fast, like really, 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 really fast. Oh yeah, don't. And this is your first time watching. Don't forget to follow. Do not forget. Always getting that trust, believe, and have faith. So we were just talking about the quantum leap. Yeah, there you go. Booked and busy. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we were. And thank y'all for the gift. So we were talking about quantum leaps, and um like with that, I guess to tell to kind of wrap that up in a nice little bow. Just taking a leap of faith, all that you want to do, like moving forward, like really, uh, yeah, very much so beneficial. You can, and that's the amazing part about it. Just knocking down one, so that you get that momentum going. Like okay, man, you know what? I manifested this, so next I'm going to do like X, Y, and Z, and all of that good stuff. Mhm. But I do see somebody getting dressed up, going to something like really, really, really nice. like a very, very unique opportunity to literally like fall into your lap. And folks, somebody is going to be meeting some nice like connections with fashion, like new and up and coming like fashion people, that are going to want to dress you, you know, like seriously, they're really and truly going to want to dress you, and like they're just gonna, all you have to do, how those people go to those balls and that stuff, those actors and all that stuff, and all you have to do is just remember the name. There you go. So like y'all are gonna be clicked in, and these people are gonna be doing stuff on like movie sets, and like a lot of high class events. They're gonna be able to help to get you in, you know. So just remember to keep those connections. Really and truly keep those connections. You're gonna have some real special moments with some folks. But it's like it's gonna feel like a whirlwind. It's like your celebration is coming through very much so loud and clear. Goodness. Yeah, so the dancing queen, it's almost like you're moving fundamentally into what you would want to call like a brand new life. For like for you and yours, for the people around you. The time that you felt like that was wasted, you're gonna get that time back. I see you waving. So it's like you're waving by to, it's almost like you're waving by to an old life. And you have a lot of new that's coming in and surrounding you. So whatever you've been doing can continue to do that. Oof, but all right, folks, thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'll probably be back on here tomorrow or sometime on Saturday. Need to go live as much as I can on the weekend. But thank y'all so much for joining. And if y'all want to book a session, just hit me up. And all right, y'all.